It's been nearly a month since Senator Mitch McConnell was admitted into a Washington, D.C. hospital, and many questions have been swirling about his condition. The governor's office says it directly reached out to McConnell, demanding transparency for his constituents back here in Kentucky. Our Kaylee Randall going downtown to Lexington tonight to hear directly from Kentuckians themselves. It's the LEX News Big Story at 11.
For me, I've heard very little on his physical condition, but I know he's rather old for the contingency that I am a part of.
It's been 3 weeks since Senator Mitch McConnell was first admitted into the hospital following a medical emergency. However, with no further information about his condition, questions are beginning to rise.
I think there's a lot of stuff like politically that is being a lot of information that is being withheld. And I think if these are people that are going to be making decisions that affect everyone within the state or within the world, they should be transparent about what's going on.
McConnell's team did provide a statement last week saying that the senator continues to improve and is working closely with his staff on Kentucky and Senate matters while the Senate is out of session. When people walking around Lexington were asked if they think McConnell should remain as a state representative.
Absolutely not. Whatever they may believe, I think that they should be someone who is in a proper mental state and is able to actually make decisions without having to worry about someone having to carry them through a meeting or through an interview or something.
I think it depends on the choice of all the people. Who the people choose to represent them is definitely up to popular demand. And for my own personal opinion, I think he needs to leave.
And with his rising health concerns, what would happen if his seat became vacant? Under Kentucky law, Governor Andy Beshear would be required to call a special election. Then notice must be sent to sheriffs in every Kentucky county at least 63 days before Election Day. The winner of the special election would serve the rest of the current Senate term.
He is a very prominent political figure, and if he's making so many decisions about the state that I live in, I would like to know if he's alive or dead or sick or whatever.
In Lexington, Kaylee Randall, LEX News.
LEX News reached out to McConnell's team today asking if they were going to respond to the governor's letter, but we have not heard back.